What's up, beautiful people? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you're tuning in from. I'm your host, Mike, and this is Daily Diaries Friday, the channel where every story sparks inspiration and every moment is a vibe. If you're here for the ride, please subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Share this with your favorite people, and let's create a community full of excitement and good energy. Got something to say? Drop it in the comments. Let's dive in, squaddies. Prince William worked more this week than he had in the previous 3 months combined. Funny timing, right? It seems like he's been everywhere, attending public events, giving speeches, and interacting with the public. It's almost as if he's trying to make up for lost time. I still believe that the Windsors really thought that Prince Harry would be flying into London for the start of his NGN trial. They probably expected a media frenzy and were gearing up for it. As it is, Harry stayed in Montecito, negotiated a substantial settlement from NGN over the phone and protected his peace. He managed to handle everything from the comfort of his home, looking relaxed and unbothered. So the Windsors were all dressed up with no one to thundersteel. They had prepared for a big showdown, but it never happened. They played themselves, so now they just look randomly busy, like they scheduled a bunch of tea this week out of nowhere, because it's genuinely rare for them to be out this much in any given January. It's almost like they're trying to prove a point or distract from something. Anyway, William was out on Thursday doing back-to-back events in Liverpool. He was seen engaging with the community and making speeches. The photos indicate that William was fully in his lurch era in Liverpool. He seemed to be everywhere, meeting people and making his presence known. Prince William visited Liverpool to spotlight community groups in the area, working to support young people. He spent time with various organisations, highlighting their efforts and showing his support for their initiatives. The Prince of Wales visited the Toxteth area of Liverpool on Thursday, January 23rd, stopping by Cycle of Life, a non-profit cycling organisation that helps young people from diverse backgrounds improve their physical and mental health and boost their employment opportunities. The organisation, which launched in 2020, was originally founded to provide equal access to cycling and has expanded its reach to help improve young people's confidence, build relationships, and improve access to the city as a whole, according to William's office at Kensington Palace. Cycle of Life is based in the Kumba Imani Millennium Centre, and William learned more about the multi-purpose, multicultural building upon his arrival. He then joined Cycle of Life participants to take part in building and learning about maintaining bikes with them, and learned about how entrepreneurial cargo bikes worked in action. Later on January 23rd, he visited Tiber, where he met members of the Tiber Young People's Steering Group to learn how they came together to lead the construction of a lively community hub, which has seen over 200 young people become a part of the project since its creation in 2005. Upon his arrival, Prince William met members of the steering group and heard about their experiences, including the funding applications, design and construction of a new community building. He then met young men and women on the pitch of the adjoining football centre, which Kensington Palace said brings together over 1,200 children and young people weekly. He then took part in a walkabout with members of the community. William is 42 years old and finally doing the stuff everyone expected him to do since his 20s. It's almost as if he's been on a prolonged gap year, and now he's finally decided to show up for work. The expectations have always been high, and it's taken him this long to start meeting them. Now, I still believe that he was only out and about this week because of Harry. It's like he needs his younger brother's presence to remind him of his own duties. The timing is just too convenient to be a coincidence. I wonder how much stuff the family scheduled for the next month to distract from Sussex headlines. It seems like every time Harry and Meghan make a move, the rest of the family scrambles to put on a show. It's almost like a poorly choreographed dance. Also, at least this Liverpool trip didn't come with more headlines about how William is channeling Diana. That narrative is getting old, and it's clear that the public isn't buying it anymore. It's time for him to carve out his own identity. Those were super convenient this week, right? The media seems to have a knack for timing these stories perfectly to overshadow anything Harry and Meghan do. Oh my goodness, the fluff is hilarious. William looks absolutely terrible. It's almost as if he's not used to this level of public engagement, and it's taking a toll on him. So he did these events because Harry was supposed to be in the UK, LOL. It's like he's trying to prove something, but it's not quite working out the way he hoped. Plus, he seems to have done them, and there doesn't seem to be a pub outing after either of them. Maybe he's finally taking his role seriously, or maybe he's just trying to avoid more negative press, and so it takes the Sussexes to get him out there, or a pub outing afterwards. What a putz. It's almost laughable how predictable his actions have become. The absolutely hilarious part, though, is that the leftover royals really believe that any work engagement they do would ever get more coverage than Harry and Meghan. It's like they're living in an alternate reality where they think they still hold the public's interest. Especially if Harry really had been there for his court case. The media frenzy would have been unstoppable, and anything William did would have been completely overshadowed. Heck, even if Harry had just been there to wave from the window of a skyscraper, that would get more coverage than anything the rest of them do. It's clear where the public's interest lies. If they were smart, which we know they're as dumb as a bag of rocks, they'd actually do nothing during this week or during the upcoming Invictus Games. But, of course, they can't help themselves. No one cares about them. The public's attention has shifted, and they haven't caught up yet. They do not sell papers. The days of their every move being front-page news are long gone. They do not ever knock Harry and Meghan off the front pages. The Sussexes have captured the public's imagination in a way the rest of the family simply can't. The only way they'd start getting more coverage than the Sussexes is if the press start reporting on all the Chuckles/Camilla/will not/keen dirty deeds that they're sitting on. That's the only way, and even then it would be for all the wrong reasons. That shot of him extending his arm out at something while talking with the community organisers is hilarious. It's like he's trying so hard to look engaged, but it comes off as forced, absolutely extra, just to seem interested, and will probably not visit or help raise funds for this organisation. It's all for show, and everyone can see through it. I don't know how they let him get away with doing nothing. It's baffling how he manages to avoid real work. Not even the bare minimum. Nothing. It's like he's perfected the art of looking busy while doing absolutely nothing. Does he dress in the dark? His fashion choices are as questionable as his work ethic. Love the facial expression of the others in those photos. It speaks volumes. Their looks of confusion and disinterest say it all. As I conclude, the Windsors, particularly Prince William, seem to rely more on calculated timing and manipulation than genuine action or responsibility. The sudden uptick in work from Prince William this week, when he clearly hadn't been putting in much effort over the past few months, reeks of a distraction. It's almost as if he's trying to create a smokescreen, diverting attention from more pressing issues or controversies that might be brewing behind the scenes. It almost feels like a desperate attempt to shift the spotlight away from something else, perhaps anticipating that Prince Harry would be preoccupied with the NGN trial. This kind of strategic manoeuvring is not new for the Windsors. They have a long history of using public appearances to manage their image. It's clear that the Windsors are all too adept at using timing to their advantage. But it's hard to shake the feeling that they're more interested in controlling the narrative than actually taking on meaningful roles. They seem to be more focused on maintaining their public image rather than engaging in genuine, impactful work. Prince William, in particular, seems to prioritize appearances over substance, only stepping up when it's most convenient or necessary to protect the family's image. This pattern of behavior raises questions about the authenticity of their commitments and whether they are truly dedicated to the causes they champion. It's all too transparent, and frankly, it's getting tiresome to watch. The public deserves more than just well-timed appearances and carefully crafted narratives. They deserve genuine leadership and meaningful action from those in positions of influence. And that's a wrap, squaddies. Thanks for tuning in and being part of this amazing journey. Your support means the world to me. If you had a good time, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're the first to catch our next adventure. Drop your thoughts, questions, or even just a quick hello in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Share this with your friends, your family, or anyone who could use a little inspiration. Until next time, stay awesome, stay motivated, and keep shining. Catch you later.